Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you want to believe. I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I've been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like blah. Yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like.
Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On second and 11 now, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Njoku is big tight end. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
A run for Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Calling the gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Under 10, spill. Kill. Hey, alert. Regular.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Steelers have their first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Wait. What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
All right. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, alert. Hey, Hunt.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Baby, get him, boy. Get him, boys.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. 36. 21. 65. 11. I got you. Go ahead.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 65 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Mayfield now from the 50. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Cameron Hayward in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they?
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum? Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway. 67 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Defense wins championships, baby. Check 13. Check 13.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Here we go. 180. Check back. Hey, alert. 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 Recon, 132 fighter. Watch the shot. Check 3. Check 3. 21. Check 1.
On first down, it's Samuels. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of... about 5.
Samuels, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Denzel Ward. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 99. Check 99. Check 99.
They'll run it here with Hunt. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's pretty good. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
21. I got you.
Taylor. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. 180. 53. Mike. Who that? Check. 11.
They'll run with Taylor. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
11. Jim. 11. Hey, gun.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here we go. 180. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey,
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
21. Check. Hot route. Hot.
Garoppolo, quarterback sneak. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jimmy Garoppolo keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mayfield down. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Set, 180. We go. Hurry. Real. Check back. Hey, high 7.
Mayfield on first down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Garoppolo throwing right, and that's complete. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I got you.
He's crashing.
Lock.
52. Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Garoppolo steps away to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to get in there and drop him behind the line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Watch twins.
White.
Hey, check 24. Watch the twins.
On play action, now Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They run again with Hunt, and an alley to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Go, go, go. Check 31, check 31. Hey, gun. 12. Check. Lucky.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line.
13. Check 9. Switch it. Hey, alert. 11. Check 37. I got you.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd and very short, Garoppolo. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Here we go. 13. 65.
On 1st down, Hunt. And an alley to run. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Hakeem Hunt, 32 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. With those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 42 yards. And the Browns get a score closer. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
At the 27-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, gun.
4 down.
This is Hunt. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
There you go. SOS. One, Omaha. Shit. Two.
Taylor. He's got daylight. 30. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
11. Check safety.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Mayfield. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sail, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense.
Let's go, D. I got you. We got to step it up. Sponge.
They'll run again with Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Now 3rd and than a yard.
Here we go.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
21. Here we go. 21.
Six guys. Check 6 guys.
Hey, gun.
He's mine. 36.
I got you.
Play.
Watch the safety creep.
Alert flare. Check 3.
21. Hey, Hunt.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
11. Hey, Hunt.
On first down, Garoppolo. He's going to launch it for Washington. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 36 yards on the play.
Steelers first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll come out in the pistol.
53 is mine. Hey, tight.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They run it again with Chubb. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing, Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line. Today's final
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Steelers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up in up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I but you lied in my face. People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, it's crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over, he in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. What I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss is. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real what's round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. The give to Taylor. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready? Mike 9.
On second down, it's Taylor. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On third down, it's Taylor. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Check 3, check. Short.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Check 99.
On second down, it's Taylor. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Oh, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, let's bring it. Check.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Kill. 49, check 49. Shoot.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Give him a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Jim. Switch.
They go play action now. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. Well, Brendan,
there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Hey, check back. Check.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They run with Taylor. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Leaves him with a 3rd and 3. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now we give to Taylor. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson taking a shot for Samuel. The battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. On first down, Taylor. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Rotate. Spell. 5, 6. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
All day, every day, any day. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 31. Check 31. Check. Lucky.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 50. Check 50. Like 18.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Jackson on first down. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. This is Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field, sees that the ball is moved to the middle, and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Coleman. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Now Jackson on first down. That one complete. He finds Shark. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. Would you work your tight end into it? That's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's go now. Pittsburgh. Quit talking about it and bring it. Check safety, check safety. 6, move out. Check three. Lead. 10 to go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And it's third down.
Here we go. They're running it. 18, Mike, 18. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Watch 18. 18's the mic. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Kill. Let's go.
Jackson from the shotgun. Boy stays up. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. With it is Brown. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now back to throw. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Here's Tressway now as he's on to kick it away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt.
Hey, watch it.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now a give, right side. Grant, and he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Coleman now. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff here to his running back. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer. Switch.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Pick the edge. Go. Check 52.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch the ship.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Check 4.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. The 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready. And they were, and they picked that one off.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a run.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defensive.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Oakland, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They took it to 10.
Hey.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Yeah, say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, start the lot. Go ahead, jump it, hop on it, hop on it. Rep for your bro, for your poster, popping your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat for the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Yeah, say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes,
This one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show him skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show him skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glow in him? I'm giving it so to chill. My doing it cold as chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show him skills. Yeah. Let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, this way, right before the deal.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you.
trade.
It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running in down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running in down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel.
I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Now he's flushed out left. And his first look is incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Like 20. 11. Check 99. Check nickel.
And now before this first down play. We're going to get a timeout here.
Let's go.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 180. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Say. Check. 21. Say Hunt.
Now the Purdue man. This is Akeem Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the one, Omaha. Watch safety screen. 65. Smooth. Flag. Shift. Check your hot read. Jim. 22 jet bomber. 24. Check.
Bill. He finds an opening past the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here we go. Black 80! You better bring. I'm letting you know right now. You better. Hey, gun. Switch. Go ahead. Hunt.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
21. Alert 3. Check hot route. Hot. Hey. 12, fellas. Here we go. Tighten up. Hey, come on. Man.
He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
12.
It's a gain of 6.
Topper. Fresno. Black. Let's go. Hey.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Here we go.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Here we go.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
I can't believe they even let you play.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Rodgers now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. McFarland. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, McFarland able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Taylor. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Kill, 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 kill. Hey, check 24. Check 24. I got this. 13. Watch the Hunt.
Now it's Hunt. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Hey, let's get in that hole. Hey, alert! You got tight right there. Hey,
It's a room to maneuver. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. In for the score, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
18. Get the ball. Patch it.
On first down, McFarland. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Green 18. Watch the screen. Pass. Get 300. Get 300.
From the 41, Rodgers. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Inside. Run. He's done right here.
shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check. Lucky.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be out right at the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
Mike 40, check it.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Hey, gun. 40's Mike. 40's Mike. Pick me up. Here we go.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. I'm on.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Flushed out right. He's going to launch it for Washington. And got his man complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Two. I got you.
From the 30 on second down, Garoppolo. He finds his man Johnson. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, Garoppolo. Stepping up, he'll try and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check.
On second down, it's Hunt. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Boswell's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Bravo!
From the 27, Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets.
Lock! Hey, gun!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Just like that. Check safety, check safety. Check 21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Taylor. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
11. 21. Rush in. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Packers take over the 1st and 10. Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Got to do better.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Johnson, the intended target. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off near his own 48.
Let's go. Let's go. Green 18.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
To Deontay Johnson. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Switch. 21.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
12, fellas, here we go.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Let go. He don't want it. 13. Check 13. Showing up. Hey, gun.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Shit, watch the shit. 6. 80 weapons. 2. I'm coming after you.
They'll run for it with Connor. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First and goal at the 3.
They come out here in the eye.
940. I got you, punk. Check 99. Check nickel. Say.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Akeem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Taken from just outside the 30. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Jair Alexander up to make the tackle. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They run again with Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go. Let's go, defense. I got you. 11. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Hey, Delta. Hey, Mike 52. Come on. We better bring. White.
Now Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
11.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now, a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Rodgers to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I got you. Alert 3. Alert 3. Where's 52? Watch 52. 50.
He'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They'll run it here with Hunt. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Green Bay, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2...